guys, it is Tuesday, June 3rd, 2025, and I'm back with some free VST plugins to help you with your musical adventures and endeavors. We are in the month of June 2025, and the theme is just going to be whatever plugin I feel like talking about that day. So let's jump right into it. The free VST plugins for today are as follows. So first up here today we have Keyzone, or it might be Keys One, but I think it's pronounced Keyzone. This is one of my go-tos for my pianos when I'm writing right off the bat. Even if I'm going to change it afterwards, I always start with this piano. It's lightweight, sounds good. Next up we have Labs from Spitfire Audio. Keyzone is from the developer Bitsonic. The link I provided does not take you to their site because they do not have Keyzone there, at least not this free version. I think they have like Keyzone 2. It's paid, but I'm presenting you guys with 100% free VST plugins. Labs, we'll talk a little bit deeper about that in a minute, but Labs is kind of like a rompler, sampler, rompler type deal, kind of like Contact, where they have instrument libraries, sample instrument libraries that you can download, and we'll look at that a little bit deeper. Let's go to the websites. So first, let's look at the Labs website. So this is the Spitfire Audio Labs page, and they recently switched over to a subscription model. It is still free. They still have their free libraries, a good amount, and they have still been adding more, but they now also have paid stuff through a subscription. So that's how that works. But you download the Spitfire Labs installer, install it from there. You're gonna have to set up an account with Spitfire Audio, connect your install to the account, and then you'll be able to start downloading the free stuff. We'll go deeper into that in a second. And the page for this is this page here, which you might get this issue. Just hit advance and go to where it says proceed to the website, pluginsforfree.com. It is safe, don't worry about it. It's just that this site is not maintained anymore. They're not updating anything on the site anymore. So whatever is there is there. Some things might not be there anymore. Some pages sometimes give a problem popping up, but the site is still there. These pages are still there until they take the site down. These plugins will still be there. So let's jump over to the DAW and let's look at the arrangement I have. So I just threw this together real quickly, showcasing these plugins. So first I'll let the piano play, and then I have this atmosphere sound that I added with Labs. So first you're gonna hear Keyzone, then I'm gonna drop in Labs. All right, so with Keyzone, they have about, 5 different pianos. So they have 3 regular, I think there's an upright, 2 grands, there's a Yamaha grand, and a Steinway piano. I'm assuming it's a Steinway grand. Then they have a basic electric piano, kind of gives you that keyboard, 80s keyboard sound. And then they have a Rhodes. They all sound pretty good. My favorite pianos are the Yamaha and the Steinway. The main Keyzone piano, the first one, it's very bright, that type of vibe. But most times I want more of a grand sound. So let me switch it up so you can hear what they sound like. So what we've been listening to is the Yamaha Grand. So this one has a brighter, lighter sound. Kind of reminds me of an upright. All right, let's go to the Steinway. To me, the Steinway tends to have like a wider feel to it. That's the basic electric piano. This is the Rhodes. This one's pretty straightforward. The interface is not resizable, so it is looking super tiny on my screen. And I'll show you a comparison in a minute when I open up Labs. But we have ADSR controls here. There's a detune, there is a reverb, and there's a velocity curve options here. Volume knob, LFO rate, and LFO depth. That kind of deals with some of the stuff with the electric piano. You could use it on the acoustic pianos also, but it's gonna give you an unnatural sound. But if that's what you're going for, that's what you're going for. But those are the few options there. But it's very simple, very lightweight, and very good sound for writing. So I like to use it to start like 98% of my beats when I'm writing, figuring out chord progressions and melodies. And then I might transfer the sound to different instruments or maybe try a different piano. But a lot of times you guys will see that I always use Keyzone for my piano. All right, for Labs, there's a ton of options here. Let's look at the comparison in sizes. So this is Keyzone sitting over Labs. Now Labs looks normal to me, normal size for my screen. 2K monitor. So this is like super tiny to me. You guys are zoomed in. Well, no, you're not zoomed in, but it's super tiny. So with Labs, they have all their offerings over here categorized under the Labs Plus. You can just hit on Labs Free and it'll filter down and it'll just show you all the free offerings. And as you can see, it's quite a lot. You can narrow them down in categories. So if you're looking for just brass, click free, then click brass, and it'll narrow it down to what they have that fits that category. So we can go choir and vocal, drums, experimental. They have a ton of different guitar-esque sample instruments. Some more percussion stuff. Definitely lots of piano and keyboard options. Tons of strings. Good regular sounding strings, like the quintessential string sounds, but then they have some experimental weird stuff. And which with each sample instrument, most of them come with multiple options. So if we go to something like synth strings, it's not going to just be one thing. They'll have sometimes 3, 4, 5 presets of how they play with the settings. And speaking of settings, if we hit the Labs, the word Labs, it'll switch to the instrument that is currently selected. So this is what I was using, the organic textures, Thunder and Birds. They just kind of helped with the vibe with what I was working with. and going for. And if you click on this, the middle of this button, you will see some controls on the side. These controls will vary based on the preset that you have selected, the library and the preset that you have selected. So it is going to change depending on the type of instrument it is. Sometimes they'll have reverb, sometimes it'll be delay, chorus, and then they'll have some controls like attack, sustain, decay, release. Sometimes it'll say something like tight, loose. So you just highlight the button over here and that control in the middle changes, and then you can tweak and adjust accordingly. So pretty straightforward, not too much to deal with, so you can just focus on the sound. The sounds are always very nice, very organic because of the way the sample libraries are created. So very organic, lush, and it'll give you good atmosphere and texture. So definitely check out Labs. It needs to be a stable in your arsenal. Very, very cool. Definitely some nice pianos. So that's pretty much it for today, guys. Check back to not tomorrow, Thursday. Check back on Thursday. I will have this beat more fleshed out and just a fuller sound. I'm definitely going to use some more Labs. And there is a plugin that I've been using, a synth that just updated. I downloaded it, installed it, didn't get time to check it out yet. So most likely I might end up adding it to the composition tonight, and you guys will hear that on Thursday. So that's it. Definitely check out the link in the description. It'll take you to that blog page where you can click on the corresponding download link for the plugin. Also, check out the link in the description for my video series on PC specs and how it relates to music production. If you're looking to understand how your DAW works along with your computer's internal parts to help you produce music, help you get a smooth experience, it helps power your DAW, and you want to understand how that works. If you're having issues with clicks, pops, audio dropouts, stuttering, your software freezing, crashing, and you just not having a smooth experience with your DAW, performance-wise, definitely check that series out. It'll help you understand what may be causing the problem and what you might need to do to rectify the issue. Also, there's a link in the description for a growing playlist for these videos that I do weekly for the live stream. If you're looking for more free VST plugins, 100% free, definitely check out that link. There's over 400 videos there. And like I always tell you guys, the plugins that I present you are 100% free. They're not free for a limited time. They're not free if you purchase something. It's not free if you subscribe to some magazine. It's just 100% free. So definitely check out those videos in that playlist if you're looking for more free VST plugins. Also, there is a link for another playlist for a video series that I started this year called 52 Weeks of Reaper, where every week for 52 weeks, I will be releasing a new video focusing on a key feature in Reaper, the DAW Reaper. And those videos are just there to highlight what makes Reaper such an amazing DAW and an amazing tool in my tool set for music production and for songwriting. So definitely check out those links. The links on my socials is at the end of the blog, and it's also in the description. So if you want to reach out to me, figure it out from there. Otherwise, that's pretty much it for the video, guys. Check back on Thursday as we continue with the new month. We're halfway through the year, but as we continue for the new month, June 2025. All right, guys, thanks for watching. And as always, you will see me in the next video.